Dan Millman, some of whom have become friends over the years. I've learned dozens of healing modalities, become a Reiki master teacher, received many Diksha blessings, gone on spiritual journeys with a shaman, and performed all sorts of studies on the inner self so that I could feel more peaceful, accepted, happy, and ultimately loved. These books, studies, and trips to holy sites have been extremely helpful and valuable. But nothing has helped me more than what I'll be sharing in this book. Healing and abundance techniques I've developed, been gifted with, and brought to hundreds of thousands of people all over the world. Every page of this book is infused with powerful healing energy to uplift your mind, body, and soul. Just by reading, you're going to become richer, happier, and healthier, and fall more in love with yourself, the world, and everyone in it. That's my hope for you, and that's the reason I wrote this book. The first 6 chapters are best read sequentially because they'll set you up for the rest of the book. You'll take the 4 abundance assessments, love, wealth, health, and time abundance, to determine areas where you might want to work on, and you can focus on them throughout the book. I'll introduce you to the peace process, a technique you can practice on your own to release fears and limiting beliefs that block you from having all you want in your life, often in a matter of minutes, sometimes even seconds. I'll explain Instant Miracle, a healing technique I often use in conjunction with the peace process. This technique was gifted to me by my spirit guides and can heal fears, limiting beliefs, and even health challenges instantly. You'll learn my 5-step rapid success system to help you achieve your goals and manifest more abundance. You'll also find links to my website so that you can watch and heal along with others and get access to bonus videos. The remaining 6 chapters can be read sequentially, or you can select one that appeals most to you in that moment. If, for instance, you have areas you'd like to work on based on your Love Abundance quiz, you could first read Chapter 9, You Are Loved, Deeply Loved. Or maybe you want to work on time abundance, in which case you could focus first on Chapter 10, We Have All the Time in the World. Of course, you'll want to read all the chapters in this book to take full advantage of its teachings. And after you finish, you can pick up this book again and again to help you set new goals and unearth and release emotional and physical blocks that may be getting in your way. Abundance is everywhere. With a little creativity and determination, there's no limit to what's possible. This book is the shortcut to having what you want. If you're ready for an amazingly rich and rewarding life, be sure to read every page as if your life depends on it, because the quality of your life certainly does. Chapter 1. Thank God we're rich. I saw my dad only cry once in my life. It was the day he was forced to leave the house when my parents divorced. As a 9-year-old, I thought divorce was the way to stop all the fighting. I thought it was supposed to be a good thing until my dad started crying. After he was gone, the fighting stopped for a little while until my mom's new boyfriend moved in. They fought even more than my parents had. Since my mom was now raising 4 kids on a waitress's income, she set us up on welfare programs, free lunches at school, food stamps, and food from a local food pantry. Until that point, my only experience with money was that it caused endless fighting, some of which ended in slammed doors and dishes flung across the room. But after my parents' divorce, our money problems were even worse. We didn't have enough money to pay the utilities. Some months it was like musical chairs, wondering what would be turned off next, the gas or the electricity, the water or the garbage pickup. If the garbage wasn't paid, then it would be left out on the curb, piling up embarrassingly for weeks. Sometimes when the water was shut off, we'd have to skip baths. That was the worst because I had to go to school stinky with messy hair and dirty clothes. Other times when the gas was shut off in the dead of winter in Chicago, we'd huddle by the electric space heater for warmth. One time my brother's bed caught on fire because he had the heater too close to his bed. Often the cold made for a terrible night's sleep, leaving me groggy and tired at school. The lack of money began to affect my sense of self-worth. At school, when the lunch bell rang, most kids were laughing and excited to eat. Not me. I had to stand in line to get a free lunch for the poor. Usually it would be something like bologna sandwich with mustard. I didn't like mustard. But the food wasn't the worst part. It was standing in line to get the lunch because everybody could see who the poor kids were. It felt like my secret shame was on full display in front of my whole school. I was 10 years old for the first time I stood in the free lunch line. I noticed that everyone stood there with their heads down, their hair messy, shoulders slumped, feeling lower than the regular kids, lower than dirt.